Hey y'all, welcome to the review. My name is Claude Aurelis.
And my name is Easner, aka Easy.
Yo. This show is about sports. Me and Easton have been friends for a long time, and we love the game of sports from basketball to football to soccer. And we decided to start this show to basically give a review of sports. This is a real show. It's not scripted. We're not pundits. We're not people with an agenda here. We just want a real conversation that's honest, that's fun and entertaining. And I'm so happy you guys are here watching this video. We plan on posting every week. And that's just a little background about myself and how I feel about it. Go ahead, East.
Hey, yeah, it's your boy Easy, aka Too Easy. Me and Cloud been locked in for about a long time since basically high school. Me and Cloud really dove into this football, this sports thing for the last couple of years. We got into it. I'm a former college athlete, played it, so I kind of got a background when it comes to football and stuff like that. We kind of wanted to put together a show, entertain people, and just go on our hot takes. We always go back and forth, but we just want to put this back and forth on the mainstream. Yes, sir.
All right, so with that being said, let's get started. We have our first topic, which is the review sports breakdown. So I'm gonna get the subject on and going, and we'll go back and forth on how we feel about it. But the first thing that we need to address is the vacancies that they currently have right now in football for head coaching positions. Either what position or what coaching vacancy do you think is the most desirable, and what's one you think that nobody wants? Because I got my pick, but I'll let you go first.
The vacancy I think nobody wants is the OC for the Eagles. I got to go with the Eagles OC. Not because they don't have a good team. I think it's because of the tension that's in the locker room, man. Like, you got AJ Brown
Hmm.
and his tension. You got Jalen Hurts. Is he really a quarterback? Is he a runner? What kind of offense you put amongst Jalen Hurts? So my thing is that one, and also I like another challenging one is Baltimore. I think Baltimore is a very tough one because Jim Harbaugh built such a dynasty. I don't know
Mm.
the next guy that can come in either and can keep that dynasty rolling. So that's my two hot takes. What about you, Clyde?
Well, with me, honestly, I kind of disagree and agree at the same time. Because first of all, the Eagles, I think the difficulty with the offensive coordinator position is not a Jalen Hurts problem; it's a fan problem, an expectation problem. The Eagles expect to win games, and it's just what it is. And it looks like as an offensive coordinator role, you have to be super productive. They went to the playoffs. They won 11 games, and Kevin Patullo's house got egged. So I don't know if I'll be looking for that role as well. If I was, I can understand why it's difficult to be hiring for the offensive coordinator. But as far as head coaching goes, I think the Browns is a tough one. We saw reports today that the Browns do a personality test to hire their head coach. And I think that's interesting that someone has to take like a written exam or like a personality test to get a position when the Browns organization that itself has been a mess the whole time.
Mm.
But I really do think the either the Bills or the Ravens will be the best option because you got a Lamar Jackson, you got a Derrick Henry. The Bills, the only reason why I'm a little standoffish on that role is because the owner claimed he fired the head coach because Josh Allen was crying. And I think that's a crazy thing to say. So I don't think if I was looking for a head coach job, I would be looking at the Bills like that. But you
Mm.
got to pay attention to it because it's Josh Allen.
Mm.
So with that being said, I think it's also interesting that Harbaugh went to New York. With Harbaugh,
See,
I
see,
didn't
see. I gotta
expect
stop you right
that.
there. I gotta stop you right there.
Okay,
Harbaugh going to New York. I like it.
yeah,
And guess what? Before we talk about New York, you owe
okay,
you owe that kid that's that quarterback, the starting quarterback right now. You owe him an
this
apology
guy,
live on stream because America. Let me just say this: this guy on the opposite of the screen,
brother.
when he got drafted, whenever he got drafted,
First
whenever
round
my
pick. I
boy
think he
got
was like
drafted,
number 30 something, but okay.
Listen, whenever my boy got drafted,
Jackson Dart, he's talking
I
about
said
y'all.
out of his mouth that he not gonna do it. He's not good. Who is he? And I just want to, and you owe him an apology because out of his class, I think
So,
he's probably the best.
so first of all, Jackson Dart is an okay player. I was surprised when he came out and he finally played against where they finally benched Russell Wilson. That he did pretty well. He outperformed my expectations, but I don't think he's going to be a trendsetter. I feel like Jackson Dart and Shador Sanders is the same person. But the only difference is we already know what the difference is. But they're the same energy. Actually, Dart could be probably considered a little bit more cocky than Shador is, but that's a story for another day. But I'm just surprised Harbaugh went to New York because New York is notoriously a bad organization. And from the reports that we've been hearing today and watching ESPN, Harbaugh got is firing everyone. Like he even fired the head physician who's been there since the 70s. Oh my God, I'm sorry. I think he got demoted. But that's an interesting pick. And Jackson Dart, I think he has some real potential, but he
Wait,
plays
Cloud,
so
Cloud,
gritty.
I didn't hear no.
I don't
I didn't hear
know
no
if he's
apology.
gonna be there for long.
We didn't hear no apology.
The only way Jackson Dart would get an apology is if they win 8 games next year. Then I'll consider that a success for New York.
Cloud,
I give him a soft like you better than I expected.
okay, so 2,200 yards, 15 touchdowns, 5 interceptions, mid-season.
Okay,
I see the
but
ceiling.
then they win only 4 games.
Listen. Don't worry about that. I see potential.
Okay,
I see potential. That's all I see. I see
okay.
potential. And I like the kid. And guess what? Go Big Blue. Go Big Blue.
Honestly,
Harbaugh with his defensive
honestly how he
mindset,
plays.
defensive guy. Harbaugh gonna increase that defense. Let Jackson be Jackson. And my boy Scatterboo coming back. Those two together. Come on. Hey, listen, I'm not a New York fan, but guess in New York, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be at the game.
Okay, okay. I don't know. I'm interested. I'm interested to see what Harbaugh can do because I don't see it. I don't think. I mean, you got Malik Neighbors as a wide receiver, but I don't know if that's a full
Top 10
picture unless
receiver.
Harbaugh.
Top 10 wide receiver. Malik Neighbors top
Yeah,
10.
well, we'll see how he performs after that ACL injury. I just don't know. I just thought that was curious that he picked that team so quickly. But apparently, one of his demands was that he wanted to be able to run the show himself, or like only report to the owner and not to the GM. So I'm very curious on how that dynamic is going to work when the season starts. But another head coach opening that was filled was Atlanta filled the head coach position with Kevin Stefanski from the Browns. And I don't understand it. And I don't know if you understand it and you want to put some light to that. But Kevin Stefanski, the team only won 5 games this year. And the 5 games they won, 3 of them is when they finally forced him to play Shador Sanders. Atlanta has pieces. They got a good roster, but they still don't have a quarterback. They won 8 games, so they're not going to be able to get Mendoza. And I don't know what else is going to be in this draft class that's coming out. And so I don't understand how you get a coach who season to season compared to the head coach that you have in Atlanta outperforms and you make him the head coach of your team. Like, I'm not understanding that. Thoughts?
Honestly, I don't know what Atlanta's doing. I don't know. Like, I don't know because toward the ending of the season, Atlanta started to cook. Atlanta was getting hot toward the end of the season.
Hot.
I don't know what Atlanta's cooking up. I don't know what's the issue, what happened, why they let their hair coach. I don't know why they let the head coach they had previously, why they let him go. I don't know, but all I know is Atlanta on the clock. Atlanta, you better figure it out.
I think he's going to be on the hot seat
Yeah,
regardless.
because Atlanta,
Baker,
I don't know. I don't get it. And That would be a great look. Hey, listen, I got a hot take. That head coach who's at Atlanta that got fired.
Yeah.
Why is he interviewed by? He need to be interviewed in Baltimore. That
Baltimore, from my understanding, selected a head coach already. I'm not familiar with the guy, so that's why I didn't give any analysis on him.
okay.
But they placed somebody already that's there, so that's why I'm curious on what's
Mm,
going on with that dynamic. But the Atlanta head coach, from my understanding, I'm not sure if he's even interviewing for work right now because we know the Steelers position is open, and I think today I got a notification that they're filling that role as well, and Mike Tomlin had 2 more years left on his contract. So I don't know, maybe after getting fired like that, you just want to take a rest day or something, or rest year.
I mean, hey man, you dedicated so much time, and we all know like people dedicate. We don't know as NFL, but coaching the college, man, you dedicate so much time into the game, man, and your loved ones they don't get to see you. They don't get to spend as much time as because you always working. You know, football. It's just it's always work. Just say it like that. So maybe you want to spend time with his family, his loved ones, try to be a normal human being. Maybe we don't know. So
And
I
yeah,
just
and
give it
then
another look.
bringing it back to because right now the conversation for the Eagles OC position, which I just want to make sure we touch bases on, is that nobody wants to roll because they're limited with Jalen Hurts. Do you believe that to be true? Or do you believe that people don't want to deal with the backlash of dealing with the fans of the Eagles? Because Kevin Patullo got his house egged. He got blamed for all of the offensive woes. He got fired even though they won 11 games. And it was a viral meme of this boy who went to the last game and he was saying Kevin Patullo should be flipping burgers because 1 minute he's cooking and the other side is raw. Funny. But like, how do you feel about that? Like,
Ah, Kev. Now listen, this is a tough organization. Philly fans. One thing you can say about Philly fans,
crazy.
we've witnessed Philly fans. One thing you can say about Philly fans, they love
Psychotic.
their program. They love their
Love it.
program. They are diehard supporters, and that's what you get with Philadelphia. It's no they gonna no. You get them in the fan base. That's what you get. As far as Jalen Hurts, Claude, I know you're a fan. You're a huge fan of
Big
Jalen
fan.
Hurts. I'm gonna say something hot take, crazy. I want you to, and I just want you. I give you 10 seconds of it. Cause you have to think about it. When you think of Lamar Jackson, you think of his athleticism. When you think of Joe Burrow, you think about his decision making. When you think about Josh Allen, you think how athletic, how tough he is. When you think about Jalen Hurts, what do you think? Because to me, I'm gonna be honest. I don't think of
That's true.
Jalen Hurts dog. I don't get. Is J- I'm not gonna say Jalen Hurts is a game. Whatever Cam Newton said, how he said it. I think Jalen Hurts is a good quarterback. But is Jalen Hurts elite? What is Jalen Hurts known for? I can't say I'm Jalen Hurts. Like, Jalen Hurts is not in the same conversation with Lamar Jackson. I know that for sure. Jalen Hurts not in the same conversation. But go ahead. We just want to hear you talk.
Okay, so all of that is cap. All of that is BS. I don't give a damn. We have to stop crowning people as the best because of their vibe or their skill set. How many playoff games you been to? How many Super Bowls you been to? How many rings you have? And I know some people say winning isn't a quarterback's stat, but it damn sure is for me. Like, you're not finna get into the Hall of Fame because you was an MVP 3 times and you ain't never make it to the Super Bowl. Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson have something in common. They both are MVPs, both considered top 5 quarterbacks, and both ain't even smelled a Super Bowl yet. Jalen Hurts, what you say, whatever you want to say about him, he's went twice, won once, and both times outplayed Patrick Mahomes, who got 4 rings. So I can see how people can feel that way, but my thing is we can have this conversation when it's all said and done and people put things on the table. Because if Jalen Hurts manages to win another Super Bowl, 2 or 3 in the Eagles, and Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and Lamar Jackson don't even go to one or don't win one, the GOAT conversation becomes difficult for me.
So I listen, Clyde. I said 10 seconds, and I'm not finna, cause we know how you passionate you get about Jay Hurts.
Hey,
Uh,
you know that's my dog.
but all I'm gonna say is,
Okay.
Clyde, all I'm gonna say is the backup for Tom Brady also has 6 rings. So and guess what? He is not a goat. He's not in the goat conversation. So it
And
doesn't.
he
I don't think it's about.
and Taylor
I
Hurts
don't
ain't the
firmly believe, bro.
backup.
It's not about rings because it's not about the rings. I mean, the rings do come to play. I find when you're comparing people, but to say like, is Jalen Hurts MVP worthy? No. Is Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Is Jalen Hurts someone I would want if I had to pick? If I have all 32 quarterbacks and I had the first overall pick out of we doing a draft, all the kids in quarterbacks in the field right now, Jalen Hurts wouldn't even be five. Wouldn't be in my top five.
Okay.
If I had picked
Well,
1 through 5, Jalen Hurts would not be top five.
well, if you're
Because
not talking
first of
about
all,
Patrick Mahomes, you'll if you pick Josh Allen over him and you was a head coach, you'll be fired because Josh Allen was crying about losing his 8th playoff game. So that's fine with me. I'll pick Jalen Hurts because I at least would have a ring.
so listen, I'm gonna just say, I'm gonna be real, I'm gonna be quick and fast. All I'm gonna say is, Cloud, if I had to go, if either had to pick, either got the first pick, second pick, third pick, fourth pick, fifth pick, top 5 picks, Lamar Jackson will be first. If Lamar
Ring.
Jackson taken, if Lamar Jackson taken, Patrick Mahomes gonna be second. If Patrick Mahomes taken,
Whole
if I got a
rings.
third pick, I'm gonna go hot take. I like this kid. I'm gonna go Drake May, and
Well,
I'm
I
gonna go
mean, Drake
sleeper.
May is a sophomore. He ain't even in the conversation for me right
Clyde,
now.
Clyde,
We'll see.
hey Clyde, and my last number 5, and I gotta give it to him, Matthew Stafford. If I'm pick number 5, and all the guys I said before are gone, Matthew Stafford at 5. And if I saw heavy fall in number 6, Clyde,
I don't know
I'm
about
gonna
that.
be
I don't know
listen,
about
Clyde,
that.
because I ain't even gonna be disrespectful to you, boy. Give me Jared Goff.
Okay.
Give me
Well, wait.
Justin Herbert.
Hold on. Since you having this conversation, let's jump into it. Then, have this season affected any quarterback standings that we had before the year started? Because obviously, the teams that are in the final AFC and NFC championship, some of them was not predicted to be there. Some of the teams who made it to the playoffs, we were not expecting it. So I think universally, before the season even started, the top 5 in the league that was said to be the top 5 was Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, and then you can pick or choose Matthew Stafford, or you can pick and choose whoever you want to be in the 5th position. Have your opinion changed on that because of the way this season went, or you feel like this is a blip in time and next year the rightful top 5 or top 10 will be in place? Well, Jalen Daniels was considered top 5 too, but obviously this was a horrible sophomore
So
slump riddled with injuries.
my thought, man, this year shook. This year, as far as quarterbacks, teams, how the NFL looked, this year was crazy. Who would have thought Caleb Williams would have had the year he had? I gotta get to that boy. Who would have thought sleeper? We're gonna go to sleeper. We're gonna go to sleeper. Who would have thought Carolina would have had the time they had?
Okay.
Who like those things like who would have thought the Patriots would have had a team they had? So my thought, so like
Yeah.
the guys like Lamar falling short, Patrick Mahomes, even though he's injured, falling short to because every year it's Lamar. Is Lamar gonna take it? Is Patrick Mahomes gonna take it? Is Josh Allen gonna take it? Is Joe Burrow gonna take it? But now we got these new faces. Is Sam Darnold's in the conversation?
Daniel Jones was too before he got hurt with the
Daniel
Colts.
Jones in the conversation. And that boy Bo Nix. Bo Nix? When did we ever think, Clyde? We would never thought. We thought I knew the Broncos is good, middle of the pack good, top middle, but for them to be Final Four, yeah, what's your predictions? Give me your thoughts.
So my thoughts on this is a little complicated, but like um I don't know because I'm curious on how next season is going to play out because this one I was completely shocked. Like now with all the shakeups, because we know the head coaches matter now. We saw what Ben Johnson's did with Caleb Williams, and nobody expected that, especially with the controversy of last year, where he stated that the coaches weren't teaching him how to watch film, they weren't showing him how to play correctly. It was a lot of bad communication. He wasn't understanding what was going on. To this year, where he did a deep playoff run and arguably had the best play in playoff history when he threw that Jordan-esque pass on one leg and
Yeah,
forced it to go to overtime. So it's like I'm very curious with the coach shakeups. What are we going to expect? Now, my thing with the Patriots is not the Patriots. I'm sorry. With the Chiefs is this is their first year ever folding, and I feel like I don't know what the problem was, and they're keeping everybody. Looks like, and I don't know what their draft strategy is. So I don't know how this year is going to differ from next as far as like gameplay wise. So I'm very curious on how that's going to go. But my top five right now is even though Patrick didn't perform or his team didn't perform with 4 Super Bowl rings, he's forever locked in with the top five in this generation, of course. And then also Jalen Hurts made it to the playoffs. Lamar Jackson, if he didn't have his injuries, I know they would have did a big playoff run. And I believe their issues is with coaching. I'm sorry. 18 years of Harbaugh, he got complacent with having a talent like Lamar. He wasn't using Derrick Henry correctly. You get a new coach who's about that, I think you can fully activate Lamar. So he's stuck in my top five. Um, my other quarterbacks, I mean, I have to give it to Daniel Jones before his injury. He was playing like a champ. I know some pundits are going to say, Claude, you crazy. That don't make no sense. But like Daniel Jones and the Colts was on a tear before he got hurt. And who knows how far they would have gotten if he wasn't hurt because they was basically undefeated at the time. And
yeah.
who else? My last person. I'm not too sure. I don't know how I feel. Josh Allen is talented, super talented. He's going to make it to the playoffs, but I don't think he got that dog in him. And hopefully, the new coach will set him up to match his full potential. But like we have to acknowledge the turnovers in the playoff games, and we'll get into that shortly. But I'm not sure. But that's how I feel about the quarterbacks at this point.
Oh, I thought you were
And
giving your
pivoting,
top five future.
um, oh, our top five. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I can't say it because I'm a win guy, and I'm tired of anointing people. Like the whole Joe Burrow conversation. It's been
Mm.
3 years since the team into the
Hey, Clark,
playoffs.
calm down.
And
You know I'm an LSU fan. We love LSU. We love
okay,
Joe.
hold on. We'll get into that in the hot takes. We'll get into the hot takes. We'll get into the hot takes. Let's talk about the upcoming AFC and NFC championships. We got the Patriots versus the Broncos. Drake May is out. We have the Seahawks versus the Rams. We got Sam Darnold, Matthew Stafford.
Clark, you
The
mean
other
Bo Nix out. Bo
Bo
Nix out.
Nix, Bo Nix is out. I'm sorry, Bo Nix is out. In the Broncos. And then we got the Seahawks, Sam Darnold, and in the Rams we got Matthew Stafford, and then Puka Nacua, his favorite target wide receiver. So, how do you feel about these games? Because right now they're saying I saw on ESPN earlier that the real Super Bowl is the Seahawks versus the Rams. Everyone is counting out the backup quarterback for the Broncos, and some people are saying that the spotlight is going to be too bright on Drake May. So they don't know how he's going to perform because obviously this is his second year and he's like in the championship game and then headed to the Super Bowl if they win this.
Yeah.
And a lot of people before Bo Nix got injured were stating that Sean Payton is the reason why the Broncos is where they at, and Bo Nix isn't an elite quarterback, and it's because of the organization and the people around him. Basically, they try to Jalen Hurts him and saying that he's not the star; it's the people around him that's the star. So I'm very curious if that's the case, the backup quarterback should be able to perform, and it shouldn't be a blowout game. The Patriots shouldn't be able to walk away with it. And then also, Sam Darnold has been dissed repeatedly this whole year. And Matthew Stafford has always been considered a top 10 quarterback, even when the performance hasn't been there. And I was at the Carolina game and they won, but it wasn't a sweeping victory. It
No,
was like biting the roof of your mouth, like you on edge to see if they was going to win that game. So I don't feel like they are strongly walking away with this either. So that's my takes on it. And then obviously we know we got Stephon Diggs, one of my favorite players in the Patriots, so I'm rooting for him. But is that enough? Because he encourages the team, he gets them hype, he gets them going. But I'm very curious on your thoughts on these two games coming up.
okay, these two games. Gotcha. First and foremost, I agree. I think the Rams Seahawks game will be a better game to watch from a fan's perspective. But I want to talk about the New England and Denver game. I think Denver, they got to bring a defense. They got to bring a defense. They got to shift things. They got to make this young sophomore kid see something, but really doing something else. You know what I'm saying? Make him think.
Sack.
You know what I'm saying? Make him think, and hopefully he thinks wrong. That's what I think. Offensively, New England just got to be New England. Like I don't, I hear you just saying. Stephon Diggs is playing some good football, man. Stephon Diggs has definitely tapped into a different kind of guy, tapped into a older type of guy, meaning a role model type of guy who's more vocal, who's we all know what happened in his personal life and whatever he had, whatever's in Diggs' personal life, it's not affecting him his athletic abilities. Just like Wayne say, hey, it's a hot take. Just like Wayne say, whatever's in it, hey, whatever in my cup, hey, everybody, people know what I'm talking
The
about.
world
But
out of my
whatever,
cup.
hey, listen. So Diggs continue doing what you do, Diggs. The Patriots, I believe, as a professional, you have to be ready. I'm the backup guy. I don't care if you ain't played for 2 years. You practice your whole life for a situation like this. Your job is to perform, and I believe his hot one. I believe Denver's gonna upset New England. I strongly believe that defense is gonna come up. I think it's gonna be a low
Yeah.
scoring game because both defenses are gonna play their tails off. So I'm kind of on the fence of, but I'm really like I really don't care. But also like I definitely think um, uh, Denver's gonna pull through at the end because their defense
Well,
just
yeah. I mean,
first and
I
second.
I agree. I mean, I don't know. I just know that they can't play it safe and act like they got it. They got the game. Like they have to play this game hard. But if they play it safe, I mean, it's the NFL. Anything is possible.
And let's go back to Bo. I need 2 seconds about to talk about Bo Nix. Let's not forget Bo Nix. We're talking
Hmm.
about Oregon Bo Nix. We're talking about first round 12th pick Bo Nix. We're talking about a kid who threw almost 4,000 yards, 25 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. But Sean Payton, he's not on the field. He's not on the field. So whatever this
So
whole
you
thing
think
is,
they're there because of Bo Nix and Sean Payton is irrelevant?
yeah. So
Well, not
my thought
irrelevant,
is,
but he.
hey Clark, you were Jordan. I don't see you out there, Michael Jordan, shooting threes and stuff like that.
Hey,
You know what
hey,
I'm
never
saying?
touched the
You got the
field.
J's on. You got the J's on.
Hey,
So my thought is an addition of Sean of their head coach, whatever he's doing his job, Bo Nix doing his job, and they had magic. You know what I'm saying? Especially losing three. They went 14-3. Great team, man. Uh, LA, LA and the Seahawks, man. Sam Darnold, you absolutely correct.
yeah,
Everybody thought his career was over. Bro, believe it or not, Sam Darnold
yeah,
was backing up Bryce Young last year at
yeah.
Carolina.
Just last year.
Just last year was a backup. So Sam Darnold was in this place. I believe Sam Darnold is this dark horse that's been slowly. It took him years to get where he at. Dog, Cloud, we talking about a
Yeah.
14-3 team. Great defense. He has some amazing weapons. So all I'm gonna say is, Seahawks, man. I love y'all, but I love God. I almost cursed, Clyde, but I love them. I like them Rams. Puka Nakua keep cooking. And
Okay.
then we keep talking about Puka. We're not talking about Devontae Adams. Yeah, the boy Adams. He is cooking.
I think that's
He
yeah.
came from being,
Yeah.
and this is the cool part. It's when D Wade and LeBron paired up, and because you don't forget Adams was, come on now, come on, whoever that is, whoever that you just see the thing in the background. Come on, man.
Yeah, I saw.
Hey, listen. Whoever throwing, hey, listen. We just for that right there, that whole little theater just came behind me. Man, I got Super Bowl right now. I got Denver
So
Broncos,
you so
Rams.
you're
I got Denver
saying
Broncos, Rams, Clyde. And guess what?
Broncos
Super Bowl,
and Rams.
Clyde. Super Bowl in
Okay.
California. Come on, now, let's go.
I got Patriots and Seahawks.
Why?
I think because I saw right now it's hard for me to pick the Broncos because the Patriots um they're on fire. They've been on fire the whole season. There's some people who have a conversation about strength of schedule and try to diminish the fact that these kids are like they're doing what they have to do. I think having a vet like Stephon Diggs there to encourage and motivate and push the team is what helped them move along. And it is it's hard for me to believe a backup quarterback who ain't played a snap this entire year is going to come in and know the plays, know the schemes. Obviously, we don't know what they're doing in practice or what they're not doing. So I just don't see it. And then with Matthew Stafford, I just feel like their team has won their games with nail biters. Like I haven't seen a dominant performance in my opinion because I was there at the Carolina playoff game and Carolina could have easily won that game. They had a couple of pieces and things together. So I just feel like the Seahawks have had a more consistent, dominant presence the entire time. So I mean, my money is on the Patriots and the Seahawks, and we'll see. But what I
Mm-hmm.
think would be a more entertaining Super Bowl, definitely the Patriots versus any other two teams. Because if the Broncos win, with a backup quarterback, I don't know how you get. I mean, he might prove himself, and this is his opportunity. So we'll see. All right,
Okay.
moving on. The future Mendoza first round pick for the Raiders. So we heard a rumor today, which sounds crazy to me, but we'll get your hot take on it.
Okay.
Apparently, the Ravens wants to take Lamar. I mean, the Raiders wants the Ravens to trade Lamar to get Mendoza. They're gonna give the Ravens their first round pick and they get Lamar Jackson. And I just don't think that makes sense because the Ravens are so close to winning. Is just having the pieces together. The Raiders aren't close at all. This was the most horrible team this year. And I don't know if they have any piece that's worth saving besides Ashton Genty. Um, and I would think that would be crazy for them to trade Lamar because you got Lamar, Derrick Henry. That defensive line has been inconsistent, but the offense for the Ravens is pretty good. And with a new head coach, hopefully they get along with Lamar. They're, in my mind, a couple of tweaks away from a deep playoff run to even winning a Super Bowl. So I don't think that makes any sense. But I don't even know if it's true or not. But that's just was on the streets today. How do you feel about it?
Um, we're gonna address the rumor. Lamar Jackson goes to the Raiders. It's gonna
Yes.
be it if Lamar Jackson if they find a way to pull this off, Lamar Jackson is, and
If it's true.
Lamar Jackson in L.A. not L.A. in Las Vegas. Hey,
Vegas.
it's gonna be all you gotta do is build pieces around it. I like it. I like it. Lamar Jackson may need a new because he's been used to the same system, same thing, same thing. And Clyde, you're a man that lead other people. You come into a new organization, the culture, that's what they know. You might want to come clean house. Like Harbaugh did, clean house. He made Lamar Jackson probably used to fried chicken Thursdays. And you don't like that. You know what I'm saying? So he might so I honestly whoever gonna be the new head coach, that's his decision to make. That's just a rumor. We don't know yet, so we're not gonna take that long to talk about it. But
You
Mendoza,
know what I'm talking like it's a fact. But that would just be crazy. Mendoza, like honestly, I love Mendoza. I watched his videos. We watched the championship game and we watched that amazing touchdown pass where he gave his body up basically to get that touchdown to seal their victory. Um, However, though, he's an unknown quantity. He'll be a freshman, he'll be a rookie. So I mean, I think the Raiders will be good to have him. And obviously with the Tom Brady piece, who knows how involved or not involved he is, it'll be a
mm-hmm,
good way to develop him as a quarterback. But to give up Lamar would be crazy to me. But with Mendoza, I mean, this upcoming draft, maybe I'm excited to see Jeremiah Love. And then I'm excited to see Mendoza, but we all for sure knows he's going to the Raiders. If anything doesn't change, so I'm not too aware of anybody else coming out of college that's like we're freaking excited about like last year. So I'm interested to see how this draft is going to go. Do you have any picks in this draft that you excited to see coming out, or like how? What are your thoughts about that?
this draft right now, there is no exciting players like last year, man. Last year, the excitement was crazy. We had Travis Hunter, Mr. Highlight. Shout out to Travis. We had your boy, we had the Shador thing. We gonna call it the Shador scandal. It was so much, it was so much. But this year's draft class, it's not that much hype. Touchback Fernando. I again, I'm gonna say this like this. I wasn't, I didn't know he was good until national championship game. I had no, and shout out to that program, shout out to the
Mm,
head coach. Actually, I played on the opposite team of him in college.
Indiana.
Fun fact. Him. But I'm just being real, bro. Like this man transformed a program with Fernando in it, and Fernando was the spear to that whole thing. And Douche and Fernando deserved to be a first round pick after he did the Ohio State, and after he did to my in Miami, have some NFL quality players on there. So I believe Fernando go with the Raiders. Fernando, Ashton Genty as two first round picks. Both got picked in first round. They need like they're overdue. They're overdue for something. They need to be they're in the same boat as Cleveland. They need life now. So and Ashton Genty shot out Saka Fett, you know what I'm saying? So
It's like I said,
listen, can we say some 3 seconds?
G's up.
I got I got 5 seconds. I want to say some 5 seconds. I'm gonna take two. You're gonna take your 3 seconds because I know you got 3 seconds to say. Ashton Jensen should have won the Heisman. I said it.
I'm not relitigating that. Travis Hunter, that's my dog, and I'm gonna leave that there. All right. So we're moving on to the next segment, which is hot takes. So me and Ethan are going to share our hot takes for this week, for this season, and we'll go from there. We'll look at y'all guys' comments and see how y'all feel about it. Ethan, you want to go first? Or you want me to go?
Go ahead, Rob.
All right. So this NFL season has been quite interesting. And there's a lot of things that's been going on, but me personally, I have a couple of hot takes I have to get off my chest. One, Josh Allen, I'm tired of him. I'm sick of it. Every September comes around, people say Josh Allen is the GOAT, Josh Allen is the greatest, Josh Allen is everything. Josh Allen is a choke artist, crybaby. And I'm putting my foot on his forehead. I am sick and tired of people crowning him and treating him different from Lamar Jackson when they're the same person, but the only difference is Lamar got 2 MVPs, he has one. This is the year where you didn't have your favorite Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, or Lamar Jackson in the playoffs, and he goes into overtime and chokes it up. The game ends, get to the podium, wiping off his tears with them big ass fingers. I'm sorry for cussing, with them big fingers, and get his head coach fired. The owner comes out and said, I fired the head coach because Josh Allen was crying. This man is not a baby. He is not God's gift to earth. He does not deserve the crown because he exists. I'm not going to give you that GOAT conversation until you get to the Super Bowl. And there's no excuses for Lamar Jackson either. However, though, when it comes to Lamar Jackson, the conversation is completely different than when it comes to Josh Allen, and I'm tired of it. Hot take one. Hot take two. We have to stop the cap on Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has not been to the playoffs in 3 years. Three. And every football season start, the preseason start by default. He is crowned the top five quarterback because he made it to the Super Bowl one time and because he beat Patrick Mahomes one time. But we have to stop this conversation because it's over. I feel like this year, upcoming year that's coming up, Joe Burrow got to put up or shut up. If they don't make it to the playoffs again this year, the conversation about top five is over. It's conversation about top 20, and he either needs to ask for a trade or they need to fire management at the Bengals and get him a GM that could get him pieces. Because every time we had a conversation about these people, it's always what they have, what they don't need. At one point, Patrick Mahomes went to the Super Bowl with Walmart employees. No offense, but he did, and he won that Super Bowl. So like, we have to have realistic expectations on everything that's going on. Third hot take: I'm super excited for Shador Sanders this season. I hope they get a good head coach. I feel like Kevin Stefanski has been proven to be an instigator, somebody who never liked Shador, somebody who was petty, somebody who shouldn't have been the head coach for the Browns. You got Dylan Gabriel, who had no ounce of talent when Shador should have been playing the whole time. And you know how I know he's petty? You know how I know he's not a good person? Baker Mayfield threw a shot at him immediately on Twitter when he got the job as a head coach. So Baker Mayfield feels some type of way. I know how he acts in the background. Well, Baker Mayfield, he's a little crazy, but that's how I feel about it. But I'm super excited for Shador. I've been to a couple of games this year. I'm gonna be in a couple of games next year, and we're gonna cover this hard. Hopefully, when off season comes, I don't know what's gonna happen with Deshaun Watson because it's gonna actually be a big cap hit. But they need to get him a real wide receiver this draft. They need to buff up that offensive line, and I'm super excited to see where this can go. And interesting thing, Cam Moore got to put up or shut up this year as well too, because he was picked as a first round draft pick, and I'm gonna give him this first year, but the sophomore year, I need to see some progress as well. That's my hot takes. Easy.
I'm gonna talk about Cleveland first. I like Cleveland. A lot of people don't know this. Sleeper. Cleveland got a top 10 defense. A lot of people don't know that. Cleveland Browns have a top 10 defense. Um, they just need a offensive genius to an offensive genius.
And
They
pieces.
have Shador.
And wide receivers.
Shador. I'm gonna be honest. Like you probably know if you in the beginning of the video, my boy Dart. I liked him. I still do like him over Shador, but I can't ignore the fact that Shador is who he is. Shador is. You can build a. Shador is a strong foundation. I'm just saying this. He's a strong foundation. So the Cleveland with the new people that's coming in, they need to build on that foundation. That's the first one. What's your first hot take? Was Bills. Bills. Josh Allen. Hey, listen, Josh. I'm a fan. I like you. But again, you fall in that conversation with Lamar Jackson. I think they're the same athlete. One's a little bit better, and one's been playing in South Florida his whole life. So I believe Lamar Jackson is a better athlete, but the story's the same story. Um, Dog, you gotta we gotta figure something out. 4 turnovers in the playoffs.
Four.
Four four turnovers in the playoffs, and your coach get fired. You gotta get up in the mirror, man. What was your second hot take? Was your second hot take was Joe Burrow? Joe
Mm-hmm.
Burrow. Listen, first of all, we're not gonna disrespect Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Hey, listen, we're not disrespecting Joe Burrow because first of all, Joe Burrow, we all know that O line he had. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get a sack. You get. Joe Burrow was taking. He his body. His body couldn't take all them sacks. So I believe what they're gonna do is the same way they gonna go build. They're gonna beef up offensive line. They're gonna beef up defensive line. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, continue doing what y'all do. Very great athletes. So he has weapons, but he just don't have that front five that's gonna protect him. Your third hot take was. What's your third hot take?
I said Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, and I support Shador Sanders. That's all three.
Yeah, so those three covered all three. So my hot takes, I promise you, and you can just hey, with Harbaugh's track record, I believe New York's gonna be a team to be feared. Giants gonna be a team to be feared. I believe that. Uh, that's a hot take. Another hot take is, and I'm gonna just be real. I'm gonna be real, and real. That's why we got this show. Cause we be real. I believe your boy Travis Hunter will be a non-factor because
Mm.
meaning like they don't need him. I feel like they brought him in so he gets hurt. They still it's no drop off. Actually, I think they got better. I don't know, but that's my hot take. My hot take right now is Travis Hunter being who what we thought. Like we thought Travis Hunter would be like Charles Woodson. Like we thought Travis Hunter would come in and dominate, but we didn't see the domination. Oh, one in your last and I gotta go back, rewind, go back to your hot take. Cam Ward. Cam Ward, don't disrespect Cam Ward. He was in a messed up situation. They need to protect that guy. Cam Ward, listen, whoever Bryce Young talked to, and when he turns his whole life around, that's who Cam Ward need to talk to. I don't know if it's Rod Wave, I don't know if it's Jesus, but Cam Ward need to go talk to them. You know what I'm saying? Back to my hot take. Travis Hunter. I'm gonna be real. Travis Hunter, I don't know. Another hot take. Carolina. Carolina. No. My first hot take was the Giants. Second, Travis. Third, Carolina gonna be a team to fear. I promise you. The performance that they had, the performance that they gave against a Super Bowl contender team. Checking you look at Super Bowl contender team. Listen, Carolina's on the clock. Carolina gonna be top 5 team. I promise you, Carolina gonna be top 5 team next year. Carolina, listen, Carolina going to Super Bowl.
Well, you believe in that young boy? I don't. Um, interesting. I mean, I wholeheartedly disagree with you about Travis Hunter. He tore his ACL, and when he tore his ACL, he was getting on fire. Now, I think there needs to be a real conversation about should he just be a wide receiver? And I know that's going to piss some people off. I know he wants to play both sides, but me personally, him and Trevor Lawrence will link up well as a wide receiver. He did some crazy catches before he got hurt, and obviously when he got hurt, they still had a good run. But I'm very interested to see how he's going to be when the game starts. Jackson Dart, I'm wincing question mark. Hopefully he don't catch a concussion and bust his forehead because he thinks that's how you play football. But we'll see, and then we'll go with that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So moving on to the next segment, it's called a review roundup. So in this portion, we'll just talk about how we feel about other sports, how we feel about the NFL. I'm going to kick that off. I want to address the NBA Lakers and Jeannie Buss. There was a report that came out that Jeannie Buss basically stated that LeBron James had a big ego. He was difficult to work with. He wasn't grateful that they drafted his son to the team. Yada yada. And she came out and said that she loved working with LeBron, but my hot take and my response to that report, if it's true or not true, LeBron James 1000% revived the Lakers. He came in 2020 and he bought Anthony Davis and they won a championship. After Kobe left, it was downhill from there. None of the players didn't want to go. The game tickets itself right now shows you how much people love the Lakers because of LeBron. If he didn't get Anthony Davis to come, you wouldn't have a trading piece to get Luka Doncic. And I just think it's weird how as an owner, she talks about ego, but she don't talk about her ego. You sold a team for $10 billion. You remained as the president still, and your family got broken off $1 billion a piece. You think you would have been able to sell at that valuation if you didn't have a superstar like LeBron there? But LeBron did do a response and basically say that he don't care what anybody has to say about him. He is a superstar. He has changed the dynamics, and as an owner, you should be grateful that he came to the Lakers. How do you feel?
Uh, as far as that reporter and the things she said, all that. Listen, if she said it, she tripping. Because we know LeBron James is arguably in our time, in our era. Since I've been watching basketball, LeBron James has been the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? His the longevity, his the how he's able to just to do what he do at a high level. I just think LeBron, you know what I'm saying? Like you and just his aura on and off the court. You can't talk bad about. I'm just saying it's a couple things it's a couple people you can't talk bad about. LeBron James one of the people you can't talk bad
It's
about.
one of those people. It's
You know what
one
I'm
of those
saying? So
people.
it's like
Because I don't,
hopefully
I
it's
don't
not
like
true.
that.
Hopefully it's not true. And we know how you feel about LeBron. One of the biggest LeBron fans I've known. I know.
The dope,
So
yeah,
hopefully that. And also I'm gonna be honest. I think LeBron James got Luca there. Like like to be honest, like would Luca want to go to LA? Like, come on, bro. Luca, come on, man. Listen, so this other place Luca could have went, but with LeBron James has done things we've never seen before. LeBron James
exactly. He
brought.
wouldn't want to stay without a LeBron being there. So, like, I mean, I just feel like that was bull BS, and I don't know how true it is or how much she wants to say is true. But if it is, Jeannie, relax. All right. Moving forward, I think this NFL season was unlike any other. I think is a great reset that came in. And I think that the years up and coming will be very telling. Can the Chiefs come back and dominate? Can the Eagles go back to another Super Bowl? Is AJ Brown staying with the Eagles? And it's a lot of other topics that we will get in future episodes that we'll talk about. But my wrap up is I'm super excited for the future. We will be covering the FIFA World Cup. Excited for that to happen. Basketball is going to gear up after the Super Bowl. We'll be locked in and focused on that
Yes,
to
sir.
see what's going on. And then we actually have Olympics coming up for Winter Olympics. So we'll probably cover some of that as well too to get that going. And yeah, that's it. And is there anything else you want to wrap up about sports?
Sports related, man. Let's continue doing what we do. Continue being consistent. After this, we're gonna talk about the Super Bowl. We're gonna talk about we're gonna go in more in details about sports and all that other stuff, man. Let us know what you want us to talk about more, what you want to explain more. People that's watching, man, you know what I'm saying, follow us on all platforms that's gonna be tagged in. So guys, we just wanna, you know what I'm saying, just continue doing what we do and continue to be consistent, but also let's talk and you know what I'm saying, let's have fun talking about it. There is no there is no topic that can't be discussed. So that's all I look forward to,
At
man.
all.
Sports. Yep.
Yeah, so yep. So we'll be dropping episodes every Monday at 6 p.m. on YouTube. I mean, anywhere you can listen to a local podcast. We'll be dropping on Spotify and Apple Podcasts as well too. And we're super excited. This is our first episode, so don't judge us if it's a little grainy or weird, but we're gonna figure out the dynamics of that. I'm Cloud Aurelius. All of our information will be down below in the bio. Make sure you watch our page and stay tuned for the next episode. Thumbs up, subscribe. All right, bye
Thumbs up
y'all.
for oh yeah, thumbs up for subscribe. Damn, son,